Right, so I've been on another Vibe Code adventure. This time round, I've played with one of my favourite features of the ElevenLabs SFX model, the ability to create a character voice. It's not perfect, it doesn't work every time, but when it works, it's brilliant. Let me play you this one, just as an example.
Knowledge is power, and a dangerous burden.
So how this works is that you describe what the character sounds like, and then you just put the text that you want them to say in double quotes. So you could say, for example, an old orc with a gruff voice saying, and then you put what you want them to say in double quotes. And that's basically where this whole app started, the idea of creating character voices. But I went a bit too far. I tend to do that. So what I did was I created a way to just type in a character. So let's say middle-aged orc warrior. Then you click generate character. And what's happening when you generate character is it's sending it off to Gemini on the Google AI Studio API. When it's there, it's running all the code to try and come up with a full character sheet and biography. As you can see, Borga Stonefist. Now, it's given us everything we need for a character sheet for this character. But that's not the only thing it's done. It's also generated an image using Google's Imagen Free. I don't have access to full yet. And it's gone off to the ElevenLabs SFX API endpoint and created that voice that I mentioned before. So let's have a play. Now, there's a regenerate button for a reason, because you'll hear in a second that it's not perfect every time. That's not its purpose. That's not...
It's forging the fires of regret!
Oh, that one worked quite well. So the whole point is you just put the bit you want it to say in the quotation marks and then it gives you it. And let's hear that again.
Honor, it's forging the fires of regret!
It's not perfect, but it's pretty good given that we're playing with character voice. I've also added ambient sound. Now this uses ElevenLabs SFX and it uses Gemini to determine what the sound might be like if you're around this character. And it will just play it in the background, hopefully. But you can also turn on DM narration. So your Dungeon Master will read the description sheet for you so you can start building it up. It takes a couple of seconds to generate the voice.
You encounter Borga Stonefist, a female orc veteran warrior. Borga is a formidable orc woman, her scarred green skin bearing testament to countless battles. Streaks of gray highlight her braided black hair, and her tusks are worn smooth from years of snarling and chewing.
Anyway, I won't carry on with that. But under settings, you can change the image style, or you can add or change the voiceover artist. If you pick a different one, you will have to regenerate, but as soon as you click DM narration, it will do the process of regenerating with that new voice. You can play the DM narration over the top of the sound of the ambient noise.
Stonefist, a female orc veteran warrior. Borga is a formidable orc woman, her scarred green skin bearing testament to countless battles. Streaks of gray highlight her braided black hair, and her tusks are worn smooth from years of snarling and chewing. A network of tribal tattoos adorns her arms and shoulders, each marking a significant victory.
And there's a character sheet as well. Now, I just did that because it seemed like a good thing to do. There you go. You can just print out your character sheet. There's our one I created earlier. Now, I left this one here because I was quite pleased with the way this voice came out. Listen to this.
Knowledge is power, and a dangerous burden.
See, when it works really, really well. Let's create another character, but we'll just use Surprise Me and let it create it from scratch. This was made a lot easier to do because there's an amazing ElevenLabs MCP server. I added that to Claude, and Claude was able to just work out everything it needed to do to make all of this work, even suggesting ways that it could add to the details. So, let's see if the character voice plays.
But still ain't made in a hurry. Live here now, but to get Berta's trust.
So yeah, sometimes it goes off, but weirdly it works because it almost sounds like it was a deliberate. But this is able to.
But still I ain't made in a hurry. Even if there's still a bane in a hurry.
See, it doesn't always work. So one way you can do it, you can change the checks. Change the text, so let's do good still ain't made in a hurry. Just save it at that, see if that simplifies things.
Good steel ain't made in a hurry.
See? Perfect.
Up into aim.
Well, alright, let's just leave it. We'll just pretend he's Scottish. Right, now.
Honor is formed in the fires of regret.
Thank you.
Knowledge is power and a dangerous burden.
Because the prompt is all being created by Gemini. Once you enter your character, everything is handled by Gemini after that point. The prompt for ElevenLabs, the character profile, and even the prompt that it's sending off to Imogen Free. But anyway, that's the concept. You can build a character, give it a voice, and export it. All done using Gemini plus the ElevenLabs brilliant, easy to use API. And it's fast. There we go. I'm not even going to try and say that name, but let's see.
Strength 6 dollars, Chief. What should I get?
Do you know what I like about that? Even though it's not right. I love the fact. Because remember, this isn't the purpose of the SFX model. It is not a speech model. We could easily just swap that out for real speech using TTS and it would work perfectly. The whole point is the characterization, and it almost sounds Simlish, like we're creating a language for the character. I love that. Don't you love that? It's on GitHub if you want to download it and try it yourself, or I've put it up on Versal, so you can just run it, but you'll need API keys for Gemini and for ElevenLabs.